No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. With the catch, it's Stewart. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Penn State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact player. There he goes! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. That's caught. It's Clark. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. It's caught downfield. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Off play action. Makes the catch. And he will score. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. It's a reverse. Runs through the tackle. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. He'll keep it himself. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Off the play fake on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Complete. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him. He'll take a shot. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds a tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Leaves it with the back. Looking for more room. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Back to pass on 2nd down. He makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Here comes the option. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So here comes the Michigan offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Wolverines will go for it here on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pulls it in. It's Clark. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Gonna take a shot. Makes a grab right down the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got him. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. DB's right up on the receivers. Try to get it to the edge. He's in open space downfield. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. go up top and time's running out in the half. Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Owens. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. He lets it fly. Vantage slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 4. Oh, he's got some space. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Cobb. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Power football with the run. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. Across the 25. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. the play fake. Hauls it in. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Goes to the end zone, and the ball's out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Let's it fly. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. To the air, it's St. Clair. Floating away. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Finds a man in the middle. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Gonzalez. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Going for 6. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Slams it ahead. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Here's the heat. Wide open downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Here's the pressure. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Wolverines. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 8 over Iowa.
Quarterback on the keeper.
We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab. It's Howard. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Pressure coming. Now he's going to break the pocket. Turning it on. And the explosive play. They're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Nittany Lions will snap it on first and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the tailback. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. From the gun, give on the inside. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Find some fresh air.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll pull it on the read. Good job running top and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Ainge. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll give it to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Got it set up on the outside. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Gets the back moving. To throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been awesome. Back and forth. Now you take. Nice job by the...
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. Just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? You can't take a sack.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Bring in the heat. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now